Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It is Jen with Home Yunna's Plants and I am back with another memory spread. For this week I will be planning out the week of March 20th through March 26th utilizing this gorgeous kit from Jaxandpepper called Daisy. I wanted to use this kit because this is technically the first official week of spring, and when I was going through my collection, we all know the story of me wanting to use up my collection and everything. I was torn between two kits and finally this one went out. This is Jaxandpepper. Now, okay, I'm going to be completely transparent and honest. I don't know if Jaxandpepper, if Lena is still running her shop. I haven't gone on there. I haven't seen any posts on Instagram from her in quite a while. I do know that I picked this kit up last spring and she had changed her paper type from her original like really buttery unicorn premium matte paper to this it's not like just regular matte paper, it's like a thicker matte paper, and this is the newest format of it and everything. And I gotta say, I really like it. I had a lot of fun playing around with this kit. The florals in it, so you saw at the beginning when I went through the kit and everything, I had a bunch of florals left over from a Two Little Bees kit from last year that matched the florals in here perfectly. Now, I run into this issue all the time. I add more florals into certain spreads than I think I really need, because I had two full-size sheets of florals that I purchased as add-ons when I got this kit. And honestly, if I would have just used those, I'm pretty sure it would have been just fine, but I get panicky because of how much I love florals. So I pulled in a whole bunch of these leftover florals, and I still had so many florals left over from this kit, which I'm not mad about because I did pull in some extra florals that I had from Sadie Stickers as well. I just like knowing that I have an abundance of florals, so that way I can do whatever I want to do in my spread and not feel stuck or anything. So yeah, talking about the base, I love what I did with the date covers. The one thing that I'm upset about, I pulled in these transparent, these alcohol ink swatches from Rose Colored Days, which we all know I love my alcohol ink swatches. I'm not a fan of the colorway that I chose. Like, when I laid it down, I was like, okay, that's okay. But like looking at it now, I'm like, I wish I would have pulled in like yellow or green, just to kind of, because there's little pops of green from the greenery in the kit, and obviously there's yellow. There's a lot of pink in this spread, and looking at it now, I'm like, I kind of just wish I would have pulled in green or like a yellow for the alcohol ink swatch, which, c'est la vie, it is what it is, and I think it's pretty what I did with the date covers, but I really wish I would have used a different colorway. So yeah, I can't go back now. I like the way the date covers look, but I feel like it could have been better. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's the struggle, the internal struggle that I'm going with here. I love what I did in the sidebar. I pulled in this fashion doll from Red Lyrics. I love her skirt. I just feel like her little springtime outfit matched the vibe I was going for. I pulled in some more of those miniature, I pulled in another sampler from the Pretty Pink Co. that had these little trees and everything. And I love adding those to kind of, you know, in the background, I might kind of make it look like the girl's walking away from a little scene and whatnot. I don't know, I really liked it. The headers that I'm using, I think those are from Paper Trail Plans. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure the headers that I put on the full boxes are from Paper Trail Plans. In the bottom washi section, those floral trims, those are from the Pretty Pink Co. And I love the way that they look in the bottom washi area. On Wednesday, I did mark Hello Spring, which the first official day of spring was the 20th. And again, that's another thing. I really wish I would have moved this box onto Monday. So there's just a couple of things about this. Like, I go back and forth with like, I like this spread, but there are certain things about it that kind of bothered me, and I'm going to have to deal with it. I made a pact to myself this year that I'm going to finish my planner. I've had 2 years now where I have not finished my planner. There's still like, all of my weekly spreads from 2022 are done, but my monthly spreads are just unfinished. So my 2022 planner sits unfinished. My 2021 planner, there are fall spreads from 2021 that I didn't finish. And this year I was like, I am finishing my planner. I am going to do it. So every spread may not be my favorite. There may be things about spreads that bother me, but I'm not going to let that hold me back from finishing spreads this year and putting in all of my effort to try and be creative and whatnot. Sometimes it may be a hit, sometimes it may be a miss. And there were just certain things about this spread that I don't think were a hit, but that is just me. And now I'm getting into Monday. I'm getting off my soapbox now, but that's my thought. I like this spread. It's not my favorite, and we're moving on. On Monday, I marked that I slept in. I pulled in a box from Perky's Papery, layered it with some florals. I pulled in a droop garland from Sadie Stickers, a bunch of butterflies. There's no secret that I'm pulling in all kinds of butterflies and florals in terms of spring. I said it in my last spread. I love adding butterfly accents, especially from like all the different shops that have come out with different butterflies. Obviously Sadie Stickers, the Pretty Pink Co., Buttercream Stickers. I just love pulling in butterflies. I think it's a great springtime deco. I pulled in a flourish from Honey Inked, layered it with a little daisy floral. I think that's from the two little bees extras that I had. I marked that I filmed some planner stuff by pulling in that lace mini box from Bloom Paper Studio. I layered it over a piece of washi that came with the kit. There were several pieces of that size washi that I felt would look good layered with the boxes, and that's what I did. I marked that I cooked dinner for me and my hubby. I took one of the third size, I think that's a third size box, layered it with a foiled quarter box from My Newest Addiction. I added some more florals, and then the icon is from Crafts by Towie. I marked that I FaceTimed with the film crew that I worked with on my feature, and then I taught a Zoom class. Jumping over to Tuesday, I am marking that I woke up early on this day, and I'm using the same layering technique for either sleeping in or waking up early, the same every single day. I pulled in a midi box from Perky's Papery, layered it with some florals, pulled in some garlands from Sadie Stickers, and then the butterfly, I believe, is from the Pretty Pink Co. But to mark up early, I pulled in those little lashes from White Deer Stationery. I love that icon. I love that like marking either sleeping in or waking up early. I just think it's so cute. I pulled in another flourish, same thing as from the day before. That's from Honey Inked. I marked going to the gym with my bestie on this morning. We go to the gym every morning together. It's one of our favorite things to do. I marked that with some florals on either side of the column, and then the icon is from Crafts by Towie. Then I am marking that I filmed some more planner stuff. It was I filmed several Plan With Me's on this day. So to mark that, I pulled in a quarter box from the kit, layered it with a foiled quarter box from My Newest Addiction. I do that quite frequently, especially with kits like Jaxandpepper, where she doesn't have a lot of whited out boxes. I got this trick from Lauren of Plan Mosh Plan. If you have a kit where there are boxes that are basically just strips of washi, you can use different shaped boxes, like Paper Trail Plans has boxes like that. Crafts by Towie, My Newest Addiction is where I use a lot of the boxes, and you can kind of make your own decorative foiled box, which I love doing. I love that I picked that trick up from Lauren. Such a good little trick. The icon is from White Deer Stationery. I marked that I filmed some Instagram reels on this day, and I pulled in some daisy garlands from the Pretty Pink Co. and some florals. The icon is from Crafts by Towie. It's no secret. The foiled icons that I pull into my kits are from Crafts by Towie. The non-foiled icons are from White Deer Stationery. I feel like I get really redundant when I say that. I used to, looking back on old spreads, I used to pull in so many icons from so many different shops, and I have really taken a step back and gone, okay, what do I like the most? Like, when do I like the look of my spreads the most? And it's whenever I use both White Deer Stationery icons and Crafts by Towie icons. To quote Lauren, I feel like it has a good flow. It makes the spreads kind of really pull together, because we're marking several different things in a day, and I feel like it can get really crowded and kind of busy if you have a bunch of different icons from now this is just my opinion, you do you, however you want to do your spread is you. This is just my thought process, but I feel like when I personally use a whole mess of different icons from different styled icons from different shops, I feel like it just makes my brain it looks a little too busy to me. So I've kind of simplified it. I use icons from Crafts by Towie and I use icons from White Deer Stationery. And I feel like that kind of balances out my spreads. Okay, I have completely talked over all of Tuesday. So going over to Wednesday, I did mark Hello Spring on that full box. Like I said, the first official day of spring was actually on the 20th, so that should have been Monday. C'est la vie, it is what it is. I marked Sleeping In the same exact way as I marked it on Monday. I alternate using the little pajamas icon and the little lashes icon depending on what I'm marking on what day. For this week, I decided that Sleeping In, I would use the pajamas icon, and then waking up early, I would use the little lashes from White Deer Stationery. Both seriously so cute, and I love it. I marked that I cleaned my kitchen on this day by pulling in some florals, and then of course the icon is from Crafts by Towie. And then I uploaded a plan with me, and I did something kind of funny here. I put 3 Crafts by Towie icons in a row. You see I marked cleaning the kitchen, uploading a plan with me, and then going to the gym, utilizing 3 Crafts by Towie icons in a row. And I didn't notice that until later. And normally I stagger my icons. Like I'll put a Crafts by Towie icon down, and then a White Deer Stationery icon, and then a Crafts by Towie. So it breaks up. So it's foil, non-foil, foil, not. And in my brain, no, this is not a rule. You don't have to do it. It is your planner. You do you. But in my head, the rules that I have made for myself I'm really showing my OCD here. Oh my goodness. My rules that I've made for myself is I have to alternate icons, and I didn't do it in this column, and maybe that's another reason why this spread kind of bothers me, because there are just certain things that I didn't check off of my little OCD planner girl box. So I did that and it bothers me. So I don't know. Tell me in the comments below, am I being too ridiculous? I feel like when I say it out loud, I'm like, wow, Jen, this is like, you're really ridiculous here. It is not that serious. It is stickers. Calm down. But like, I don't know, in my head, I don't scrapbook. Like, this is my one crafty outlet that I have. And so I want it to look pristine and perfect. And it's pristine and perfect in the way that I think it's pristine and perfect. And so I put a lot of pressure on myself to make sure the spreads are up to my standards. Like, which is so crazy because I watch so many different styles of planning, and I see other people do different styles of planning. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. It's amazing. And then I'll try to implement it into my own life. And I'm like, I can't do it. I'm not crafty enough for this. I don't have the skill set for this. So I literally talk myself out of doing so many different things. And I love seeing other people do it, and then like I'm like, nope, I have to stick to what I know. I have to stick to what I know I like to do. Otherwise, I'm not gonna like my spread. I don't know. Is anyone else like that? Like, you love watching other people's creativity and seeing them experiment with so many other things, and then when you try it, you're like, yep, nope, that's not me. I'm gonna stick to what I know. Which is crazy because then I feel like I get stuck into a box and I'm like, okay, well, every spread is looking exactly the same. But it's like, I said this at the beginning of the year, and this always happens to me about a few months into the year. I'll be going along, doing my plan with me's, and I'll be like, I'm doing the exact same thing in every single spread. At the beginning of the year, in my New Year's plan with me, I was like, I'm going to do my spreads the way that I like, and it's, it doesn't matter if anyone else likes them. If I like them, that's it. But then I get stuck in my head. I'm like, okay, is this cute? Is someone else going to think this is cute? Like, I think it's cute, but does anyone else think it's cute? And I forget what the term is, but I know there's a term for that where, you start to doubt yourself and what you like and everything. I don't know. Am I alone in that? Like, this is all just stickers and it shouldn't be this important, but here I am getting philosophical with stickers. Anyways, so yeah, that's just like rules that I've said. I'm like, I have to use a Crafts by Towie icon and then switch it up and use a White Deer Stationery icon. And because I've attempted to do like all White Deer Stationery icons or all Crafts by Towie icons. And I'm like, in my brain, that makes me malfunction. I'm like, I can't do it. So I'm trying to continue to adapt to the whole, hey, this is your spread, do with it. If you like it, that's all that matters. And it's just something that I continually have to remind myself, it's like, hey, look, this is my planner. I'm going to decorate it up the way that I want. And if people like it, great. If not, oh well, I can turn the page. I didn't mean to turn this into like some sort of like deep, let's dig into why Jennifer places stickers down the way that she does, but here we are. So if you have any questions about anything I've done thus far, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Okay, so we are on to Friday now. The bottom of Friday, I marked making food, and I alternated. I put one of those midi lace boxes from Bloom Paper Studio every other day, layered it with the little washi pieces from the kit. I marked that my brother and my sister-in-law came to town to visit. It was just a quick little weekend visit, but they stayed with me and my husband, which was so much fun. I always love hanging out with my siblings, especially my siblings that live out of state. My sister, who lives up in Ohio, she recently just came down for a quick little weekend visit, and she brought my new baby nephew, and oh my goodness, I filmed a TikTok. I think I shared it on my Instagram. It was so funny. I go up for my nieces and nephews. I love them. I am such a proud auntie. I love spending time with them, especially the little babies. And my nephew, he's 2 months old now, but when he came down, he was like 7 weeks old, and it was just so much fun. I called him my little tater tot because he's so cute. So I had so much fun. I love whenever my siblings come down to visit. On Saturday, I marked that I was up early. I think I had an event on this day, so I had to get ready for that. And I marked that with a Crafts by Towie icon layered with some florals. And I'm marking the event utilizing this lace square box from Bloom Paper Studio. And I layered it with this notch square box that came with the kit. This particular size box I feel is like a little bit larger than what I would normally use in a spread to like for just a regular everyday fancy box, but I felt that it was perfect to mark a long period of time. And me and my husband were doing balloons and airbrush on this day, and I think it was a pretty long event. I think it was like a 4 or 5 hour event. So that's I felt like it was like a perfect way to mark a long period of time. And I layered those two icons, both of which were icons that were custom made by my mom, the little airbrush icon and the balloon dog icon. Afterwards, me and my husband grabbed some food on the way home because we were both starving. We had worked really, really hard and we didn't catch a break to eat. So we grabbed just some quick fast food on the way home. Not exactly my ideal thing that I like to do, but we were both starving. So I used the little Crafts by Towie burger icon. And then to cap off the night, me and my brother and my sister-in-law, we kind of just hung out at my house, and I think my brother played some Xbox with my husband, which was a lot of fun. So I marked that with I layered boxes from My Newest Addiction and the kit, and then the little game control icon is from White Deer Stationery, which I love that little game control icon. I don't really get to use it that often, but there are always times whenever I'm like, man, I wish I had an icon for that, and White Deer Stationery comes through. Okay. On Sunday, I marked getting up early, and I marked it with a pillow from White Deer Stationery because I'm pretty sure I ran out of my little lashes icon from White Deer Stationery, which means I need to pick up some more because I love those lashes. I think it's a fabulous way to mark like getting up early or going to sleep, things like that. So I pulled in a little pillow icon from White Deer Stationery, layered it with some florals from the kit, pulled in some more deco, like foil deco from Sadie Stickers. That flourish is from Honey Inked, and I layered it with a little daisy piece of floral from, I think it was a leftover from Two Little Bees. I marked that we got ready for church on this day, and to mark that I pulled in some florals, layered that little perfume bottle from Crafts by Towie. I love marking getting ready in different ways, like not just with makeup icons, but like I love pulling in the little perfume bottle or like the little hair tools like a hairbrush or shampoo and conditioner, things like that, just to mark getting ready. I marked going to church with my brother and my sister-in-law. I did the same thing where I layered that lace box from Bloom Paper Studio over the little washi piece from the kit. The florals, I think those are from the kit. I pulled in some florals, and then the little church icon is from White Deer Stationery. Okay, so I marked on this day that my husband was not feeling well. Allergies over here where we live have been the bane of our existence because the weather can't the weather can't decide what it wants to do. There's pollen all over the place. It goes from being 90 degrees one day and then 65 degrees the next day, which is a very large temperature drop. And my poor husband was just suffering from it, and he caught I think a cold that turned into like an ear infection, and he was really nauseous this morning, and it was just like, oh, it was so not good. There's like a whole saga behind that, and we'll get into it in future Plan With Me's. But yeah, this was the start of it. I felt so bad for him because we wanted to go and see his grandmother on this day, but he was not well enough to go, so he stayed home, and I was like, just get better. We did end up going and having dinner over at my parents' house, and then we all just kind of hung out because my brother and sister-in-law had to fly home on this night. These are the leftovers that I have for this kit, along with a Viv Wiggle. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so sorry that I rambled and went off on tangents. Like I said at the beginning, this wasn't my favorite spread, and so when I feel like a spread isn't exactly my favorite, I don't really want to talk about it too much. I'm just trying to get this over with. So thank you guys for watching. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jen. I do planner things. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.